All right, mic check, mic check. All right, now for Twitch. All right, looks like everything's working. Yay. There we go. All right. I was thinking about maybe working on something else today, but had some time issues come up and could not set something else up and really just don't have the time for it, unfortunately. So I'm going to just try and finish this tonight. All right. Where is my... For a second. I had to turn off a monitor, kept flickering on and off. Welcome, viewers. To everyone who just popped in, welcome. How are you doing today? Hey, Dia. Welcome. How are you doing today? Hey there, how's it going? It's going good. I ran into some time issues. I was thinking about maybe doing something else today instead of working on this painting, hence the title, but you know, and that's going to end up being this painting today. Yeah, just time scheduling and time issues, that's all. Nothing major. Let's see. That's okay. Some of it's still wet. That's good. Yeah, okay. So it's all still wet. You're doing great. Good. Good to hear. Yeah. I don't know what was going on with me today. I was so tired all day. It was ridiculous. Yeah, we'll see how well I do on this today. I'm gonna try and finish it today, but might be a little difficult with the details. I don't know. We'll see. That's the only major concern I have about this is just it's going to be a lot of like fiddling in with the detail. But that is one of the things that you know, for anyone who doesn't know, that is very common and very much how things go with paintings. Like you start off and it's just wide open, and then at the end, you everything's there. Like this is already a finished painting without it being a finished painting. So now that it's a finished painting, I have to actually finish it. I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean, everything that's going to be there is already there. It just needs to like clean up, make it work, and add in whatever needs little things need to be added in, cover ups and everything like that. Anyways, what the heck? Why is this already dry? That's weird. I was not expecting that. Huh, that's weird. That's very strange. I was expecting all of this to still be, you know, completely workable. I wonder what's going on. Wow, it is harder than you might realize to hold in a cough. Jeez. I just didn't want to cough in into the microphone, but oh, that is harder than you would think. I wish I could get, and I probably will do this at some point, get like um, I don't know, some kind of dedicated button for muting the stream, something that's Bluetooth that I can just lick at any time to mute. I don't know. I have a shortcut key, but my keyboard times out to save on battery, which is great, but like not when I need a quick mute because I'm about to sneeze or cough. I do have a limiter, so theoretically it shouldn't be too horrible, I guess. But yeah. Oh, I was looking to buy paint recently. I was I was just putting together like a shopping list for paint. Um, I hate the way that the paint manufacturers do things. It's so frustrating. It's just so frustrating. Like, why? I mean, I understand they want to differentiate from each other, but why does it have to be so different and so complicated? It, it's um, it's very annoying. Like, some brands the some brands will have the paint I want or the color I want. Other brands won't. One brand carries it, but not in the size I want, and so I have to pick a different different size or pigment depending on if if I really want to get a big tube or not. And then a lot of the companies will have the same pigment under different names. And because the same pigment can look differently, you never know. Basically, you don't know what you're getting. It's um, it's so stupid and so bad. Like one of my favorite pigments is PV19, which is uh, quinacridone rose or permanent rose, but it can also be permanent violet, quinacridone violet. It can also be permanent red. Um, and it looks different in all of these configurations. And I think there's a few more that I haven't actually looked at. I just know they're there. So it's like, okay, so this one pigment can be all these different things, and every company gives it a different name. Um, it's just making life very, very, you know, difficult. Like I literally have no clue what I'm about to get. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And their photos are practically worthless. The photos of the colors, yeah, those are practically worthless in general. I might buy paint when I'm out at the Portrait Society convention, but I don't know how I will bring it back home if I do buy paint there. That's the thing I'm worried about. I have to see if I can actually just ship it to myself. That might be the easiest. Hey, Henry Spy, welcome. Oh, that's funny. Henry Spy says, this is a painting stream. A painting stream happens when I'm clumsy around my acrylic bottles. Um, I mean, yes. That does sound like fun, I have to say. Like the idea of taking a bottle of paint and using it to like spray to kind of lay down something in the beginning of a painting or something, or at the end of a painting. That does sound like a lot of fun. To anyone who thinks that sounds fun and is like, oh, I'll do that. Um, Make sure you're using the right pigments that aren't going to, uh, be toxic. That's all I'll say. Acrylics and watercolor can also be toxic pigment, have toxic pigments. So just throwing it out there for people. How you doing, Henry Spy? Action painting with cadmiums? Yeah, no, it's not good. You're doing good? Good to hear. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's not a healthy life choice right there, you know? I was thinking about doing something other than this painting today because I'm I I feel like paintings at this stage aren't good, good content, but work kind of got away from me, and I didn't have time, so I'm just going to try and finish this painting today. No, I haven't looked at buying acrylics in quite a while. I wonder if they suffer from the same issues uh, that oil paints suffer from. And what I'm talking about is like the pigment names and the pigment choices and all that stuff. I was just complaining about it uh, earlier because I was looking at buying some paint, and I was on the website, on the Jerry's website, and I was just like, man, this is so frustrating the way that they sell paint, and it's nothing to do with Jerry Artarama. It's the paint manufacturers. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put out some more paint right now. Um, because I do wanna put out what's it called? Some thicker paint. You're approaching the stage where one is like done. No, wait, one more detail 7 to 8 times in a row. Oh yeah, no, it is at that stage where it's like the painting's done, except for there's a bunch of little tiny things that need to be actually done. Like obviously you can see some red marks. There's like a red mark here and here, and you know, I need to fix her face and her face, her head a little because I literally just messed it up on purpose. So I need to go back and fix that. Um, but yeah, it's just like little noodling through it. It's just not, I don't feel like it's all that, you know, maybe entertaining to watch, but, you know, kind of has to be done, right? I mean, I could do it off stream and start something else, but like I said, I just didn't have time to set it up today like I thought I was going to. But I'll try and make it a little more interesting by adding a little bit of impasto here and there. Maybe they'll spice it up a bit. Like I was doing some of this stuff, and I'm like, why am I just like softly brushing this stuff on? I can just go in with like some thick paint here and just lay it in. So if you notice the light flickering on me a bunch, the reason that is happening is my light is actually hanging off of my easel. So when I'm vigorous with it, it moves the light. But also my light has a curtain of tinfoil taped to it, because it's just like a light. It's what's it called? It's like the shape of a fluorescent light bulb. It's LEDs, but it's the shape of a fluorescent light bulb. And um, if I don't have that there, it just shines all directly into my face. So I made a curtain of tinfoil to redirect the light back onto the painting. Um, yeah. In case anyone's curious, yes, the light is held to my easel with zip ties. One day I'll get into acrylics a little, probably just because there's certain effects that I feel like are really hard to do with oils, simply because you're going to be spraying a ton of like solvents around to do them. I don't know. Although there is some issues even with using acrylics like that, so I don't know. We'll see. There's an artist I know that does he like just literally like flings paint onto his paintings. Um, I mean, he's a really good painter in general, but he will like fling it, like just dip his fingers. I think he wears a glove, not sure, and he'll just fling paint onto the canvas. I think I've also seen him use the toothbrush method, where you dip a toothbrush in and then run your hand over it to fling it. And I'm just like, oh, geez, the fumes that must be going on here is insane. Hmm, that is too saturated. I made a mark up here, but for the life of me, I cannot tell why. Uh, oh well. Huckleberry's friend. Love this. We'll have to check back later. We're going out the door. Hey, no worries. Absolutely. I stream 3 times a week, and the VODs are always there. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Have a good night. feel like I should be talking more today, but I'm just focused on what I'm doing. Um, yeah. One of the things that I like about this, what's it called? This tool, this rubber brush thing, is you can, um, because it's so flexible, you can push on it and just use like part of it to get some interesting effects. You can do that with some palette knives, but some palette knives are way too stiff to pull that off. Even if they're not, probably don't want to bend it as much as this, at least at this size. Like maybe when you get much larger, that changes. So in digital art, when you're painting and you're doing stuff in like bright light areas, like if you have like a light streak going over your paint, there are settings that you can set, and so you can put your your light, your bright light color on a layer on top of everything. Set it to uh, glow or add, depending on the program, and usually like that's all you need to do because it interacts with the colors underneath it and gives you, that glow effect that you want. So doing light streaks and stuff like that in digital is really easy sometimes. Um, a lot less, a lot less in traditional medium. Dia says it's fine if you don't want to talk. Thank you, Dia. I appreciate that. You're fine with it. YouTube keeps throwing up notifications letting me know um, that my audio isn't working because it thinks that my audio stops working when I stop talking. Hey Don Lee, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey Don Lee, since you're in what's it called? Since you're in Twitch chat, you're welcome to throw up a link to your channel if you want. You're here but can't hear. You're on a call with a friend. But yeah, so when you're doing light streaks in, or, glow effects or whatever in traditional medium, you pretty much have to like actually mix it up for the most part. And when things are like passing through areas, you have to actually mix the interaction there and so on. I mean, to a degree, it's not like everything all the time, but yeah. That's why I think sometimes um, those glow effects that some artists like to put on, like at the end, they put all these, like, not, and this isn't a call out to any particular artist, but sometimes those feel kind of cheap, I think. I mean, don't, like I said, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with any of those effects, but a lot of artists use that to compensate for, well, just to compensate. That's so funny. I almost just made a big mistake and caught myself. So, I don't know. There's a few things happening. So, if you're familiar with light leaks, um, they it's a very interesting effect. You don't get that much with modern cameras, but you would get that with older cameras, or nowadays you can do it with software too. But the thing about light leaks is that the way that they affect the colors of everything. So like all the shadows here are kind of basically turning like orange, reddish because of the like light leak that's happening. And Um, I have to also adjust the contrast. It's a little lower. But yeah, it's hard to keep that in mind when you have something that's going from like here to here and it's the same thing and your brain knows it's the same thing and tries to tell you, oh, this is this. So it's the same color all the way through and it's not. Very much like that thing with the dress that happened where your brain like compensates for it. Funny enough, I would actually say that generally speaking, our brain is one of the biggest problems uh, when drawing and painting. So often it's literally getting in our own way and making everything we're trying to do much harder. The big issue with drinking soda is I try not to burp on stream. uh, yeah. Hey Don Lee, are you back now? Listening? That the emote? I know some painters who could do this whole like this whole part so much better and so much quicker than me. Landscapes just are not my main focus. I'm definitely slow on this stuff. I know some fantastic landscape painters. They're crazy good. Hey, Don Lee. I assume. Wait, you have a muted sign now in front of you? Didn't know you could do that. Generally speaking, uh, atmospheric perspective, um, which I'm not an expert at, but would be affecting these trees a lot more. I think for reducing or desaturating the green even more, or that rather the yellows. Because if I remember correctly, yellows are the first to fall off in atmospheric perspective. But this picture isn't exactly color accurate, so I don't entirely have to worry about that. Trying to get the volumes, I think, is more important. Also worth remembering just how much random visual noise can add to a painting. Like trying to get all the details in here, first of all, it's impossible because I literally cannot see all the details here. The photo isn't good enough for that. But also, I don't really want to get it all the details. I don't want to paint. That's not the type of paintings I want to do necessarily. So trying to indicate detail is um, definitely something that I find challenging. Now you probably can't see some of the marks I'm making right now. Let's see. Maybe if I do my digital zoom, it'll be better. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try it. I think it's this area I want to clean up a bit. Oh, and Dia, I'm sorry, this didn't even register with me earlier when you said it's okay if you don't want to talk. It's not so much I don't want to talk. It's more an issue of like trying to come up with stuff to talk about all the time. Well, not all the time, but trying to come up with stuff to talk about just to kind of narrate as I'm painting. That's the challenge. I'm totally down to talk. I'm sorry that didn't even register. I am a bit tired, I did put in an 8-hour day before this, and I only take a 30-minute break after work before my stream, and I'm usually setting up my stream in that time. So I'm just a little out of it is all, more than anything. So yeah, it's not so much like, oh, I don't want to talk. It's just my brain's just like, okay, if you're painting, you know, just go ahead and paint. And like there's a lot of things I could talk about, but I'm not there's a lot of things I don't want to talk about. Like there's a lot of things I specifically try not to bring up, because it's like we don't need that here. That's not the type of channel I am. Honestly, I just need a break from some of that stuff too sometimes. I work for a studio in LA, and I'm in Texas, so there's a 2-hour time difference. Um, so I usually just work like LA times. So I finish work at like 8 at night, which generally works in my favor being a perpetual night person. Um, but it does mess up my stream schedule a little. Like if I changed my schedule, I could stream, what's it called, 2 hours early. Des says, I'm here, but multitasking might not be paying full attention. No worry, Des. How's the painting going? All right. Quick stretch break. Oh, camera can't find me. That's funny. I'm still here, camera. Here are my hands. See? Oh, here's my face. Oh, my back is sore today. Says the painting is okay, still got tweaking to do. My understanding is that painting while tweaking is probably not recommended. Just saying. That says the dog has no eyes, yet to move them. That's what I mean by tweaking. I know what you mean by tweaking. I meant tweaking like being on drugs. There's a fun experiment they did I think it was in the 60s, where they gave an artist LSD. If I'm not mistaken, it was LSD. Um, to see the effect it would have on him. Um, and every hour he would draw like a head, like a male head, and it just starts becoming weirder and weirder and more abstract and like all kinds of stuff. And then at the end of the experiment, after I forget how many hours, but it was a long time. They had him there for like 6 hours or something like that. He's like, "Can I just go now?" It's just like, "I'm done. I want to go." You saw that video? I didn't know that there was a video. I've seen it. I've seen it online, like a blog or something, or an article. I don't remember. I think there's a video and they show the art in pieces. Interesting. It's a shame. They did all these studies on on psychedelics and all these things back in the 60s. And then they were like, yeah, let's not do that anymore at all and let nobody touch this stuff and make it illegal. And now, they're finding out, oh, wait a second, this stuff can actually be really helpful to treat people. Yeah, good job, guys. Thing I don't understand though is like, why? Okay, this is just kind of getting into topics I don't necessarily want to talk about too much, but if America was like, yeah, we're not going to touch these drugs, I wonder why the rest of the world didn't do research on it. But yeah, not exactly a topic I'm all that versed in, so whatever. I do like what is it, Ghostbusters, when he's doing this like psychic testing. He's just shocking the guy repeatedly because he's hitting on the girl, on the woman that he's talking to. That's what I think about when I think about these type of the CIA doing studies on this stuff, TV shows, movies, stuff like that. There's this one blue paint I really wanna try. Um, but it is very expensive. Actually, there's a few blue paints I want to try. Yeah, it's very expensive, and I don't think I want to spend the money on it. I'm so curious what it's like. I think it's called Yinmin Blue. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I have no idea how to pronounce the name. But it's the most recently discovered blue pigment. A few years old at this point, but yeah. I don't know if they know how light fast it is. I think it's supposed to be very light fast, but I don't know. I don't know if they can know that until they just give it time and try it. I'm sure they can like guess, but yeah, I don't know how accurate those guesses are. One of the things I really enjoy doing is matching my colors. It feels so good when you mix your colors and you're able to like really nail the match. One thing I tried to do once was I tried to do the exercise where you take a paint swatch from like the hardware store, and you try and match your paint to it, and try and match the color. I mean, the problem that some that they like that you need to recognize when you do that is that sometimes it's impossible to match it. And now there's two reasons that it could be impossible to match it. It could be that you don't have the pigments that can match the paint that the paint chip or the paint swatch, in which case it's literally impossible for you to do. But the other thing that can happen is um, that what's it called? The paint, it can have a texture to it sometimes, and that texture can affect the color in a way, right? So that texture can make it so you can't seamlessly match the color exactly. Because sometimes the texture will have, not only will it like, how can I describe it? Not, it'll affect the color and the saturation, but sometimes there can also be like kind of a shift in the color from where like the raised parts and the lower parts of that texture is. And it's very, very, very subtle, but yeah, that can definitely affect it and make it basically impossible. But it is a fun exercise to do. So here, pretty sure I'm going to have to fake some things here. I mean, don't get me wrong, fake things in paintings all the time, but yeah, this, there's a wave here that's like pushing the, not pushing the, I guess rocking the boat would be accurate, but I don't think it really reads very well. So I'm gonna add some of the like highlights or rim light to it. Even though I can't really see that in the reference, there's a good chance it's there and I just can't see it in the reference because it's so tiny and low quality. hopefully the people in the rowboat read. Even if it doesn't read entirely from a distance, that's fine. Ah, it's so close. Hey, Donley. That was a long phone call? Yeah, it was. How you doing? Painting is looking good. Doing okay. Hope you're well. I'm fine. Doing good. Just, you know, plucking away at this. It, I keep repeating myself, but it's at this stage where it's like, it's, it's basically done, right? It's just going in and doing the little details and, fine tuning some things here and there kind of thing. But like most of it's done. I forget. I think it was the book Fear and Art that talk about like how the beginning of a painting or a piece of art is so exciting because it has so much potential. You know, like there's endless potential, and then with every single stroke you put down, you slowly narrow it down further and further until you get to the end where it's kind of like inevitable, you know. Um, and I do understand that feeling. Des just shared a link with me. Is that the video that we were talking about, Des? Yeah, it's a short one showing the piece the guy made during the experiment. Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. I'll take a look at it later. I have seen the images, so that's cool. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate it. There's no commentary. Okay, so it's just like a slideshow of the images. Yeah, it's an interesting experiment. The Definitely. Oh, Donley, you definitely can. There's also an article that there's articles that accompany it that like talk about how long it was in between each phase and everything. Yeah, there's commentary out there about it that you can find. I forget what it was called exactly, but it's like an LSD experiment with the what's it called? An artist or something. Like you'll find it if you search those terms. Found it? Oh, good, Dunley. Glad. Though they're pretty low res images, but I see more articles. I think I'll do some internet digging for better quality. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, but they're not great quality. Like I don't know that you'll find great quality of them, just because it is such an old experiment. All right, let's fix their faces now. And her hair, I guess, too. We're going into faces. Yeah, as much as there is. I mean, it's, limited here. Donley, if remind me your online store for your artwork. Do you do it through? Do you host it, or do you do it through like a print on demand place or something? I'm just curious. You use Threadless. Okay, that's what it was. That's what I thought. That says, do they do everything for you? Take the orders, print and okay, that's for Donnelly. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. You're welcome to. I like how Des just answered for me. You still need to do that sort of thing. Will Disney come after me if I put up my Star Wars digital painting? Um, they might. It depends on the format and how much you're selling. I mean, at most they'll probably get it taken down. They're not going to like come after you lawsuit wise. Probably. I'm not a lawyer, not legal advice, but yeah, I don't think they would do that. It's more like they will, cease and desist it out of the store. Um, if they do something. Interesting, Donnelly. So Threadbare also will, Threadless will take down some of the, what's it called, copyrighted stuff too. Yeah, it makes sense. They're looking out for their own platform. You know who doesn't seem to have any issue with copyrighted stuff? Etsy. They should, but they don't seem to. the amount of like copyright infringement you can find on Etsy is insane. Yeah, it's some Among Us stuff themed anti-Trump stuff. They made me take it down. Interesting. I wonder if it was because of the Among Us or the Trump aspect of it. All right, let's see. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. That's pretty funny. Um, you had one that said Orange was ejected with a map of the U.S. under the same character. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. Orange jumpsuit. It'd be like the Spider-Man symbiote. Where does he end and where does the suit begin, you know? Who could tell? He'll Yeah, he'll practically be camouflaged into his own gear. Exactly. Hmm? I have a mark here that I don't know if it's right or not. Let's see. No, it's not. Okay. I don't know what's going on there, but whatever. Yeah, this is, I guess her face needs a little more work over there. I prematurely thought it was done. Ah, these glasses. I really just gotta stop painting people with glasses. But you're talking about glasses are cool. I don't have any problem with glasses unless I have to paint them. I just hate painting them. It's such a pain in the ass. I'm sure it's a skill issue, but yeah, they're a pain in the ass. And I play Dark Souls games. I know what the answer to something like this is. Get good, but still, it's just a pain in the ass. Oh, excuse me for a second. Uh, I will be right back. I'm back. Uh, let's see. Um, okay. Des says the cats are going nuts. Dunley says, need to go to Pinky's school of glasses painting. Remember her saying that she enjoyed painting people with glasses? I do not remember that, but yeah, she needs to teach me that because I hate it. Des says, I wonder if we're getting bad weather. Donley says that she was doing them larger individual portraits, so maybe she can coming from a bit of a different perspective. Yeah, some things are definitely a size issue. Like, I mean, right now what I'm working on is just so small. It's so much harder to get all these details in, for sure. But I don't know. I've yet to do a portrait where I like doing the glasses, but who knows? Maybe if I do a bigger one, it will change. Des says, I looked it up. We're getting snow and rain tomorrow. Well, there you go. Good luck. I hope it's not too bad. Rain is very common here, but when we get snow, it's a disaster. Our none of our infrastructure is equipped at all to handle it. Conley says we had snow today and it's supposed to drop to around 22 Fahrenheit. Yuck. Oh, wow. Um, Dad says we've had the easiest winter. Yeah, we've actually had a pretty easy one too, but I'm traumatized from when we didn't. Dad says I have a friend in Texas. He did a painting of a bunch of something and he asked where the palm trees were. He's used to seeing palm trees at the beach. I told him that it's foreign to me. We can't grow them. Oh wait, you did a painting. Sorry, you have a friend in Texas, and you did a painting of a beach or something. Oh, I see. I'm so used to palm trees. Um, Coming from LA. Yeah. Not that like I have any particular love for palm trees or anything like that. I'm just used to them. They're like in LA, they're everywhere. You've never seen one. That's funny. Like I said, you know, you've seen them on in TV. That's about it. They're really high. Uh, Apparently, though, you really need to maintain them because like their leaves and stuff fall off a lot if you don't, and they can, cause all kinds of damage and so on. I'm sure that's true for most trees. I don't know. Look, I don't know much about trees, okay? I'm a vegan. I eat plants. I don't grow them, okay? Plants are terrified of Lead, kind of sad, to be honest. I mean, they are because every time I try and take care of them, they die. You just picture a great emote for you for your channel, a green thumb with a bite out of it. That's funny. You need to make me some emotes. Yeah, I'm not big on the emotes. I have one, but that's it. I'll tell you what, I will accept emote donations. Uh, of course, understand that it is absolutely a donation. But otherwise, I'm not really like I'm sorry. They're not a priority. I have so many other things I'm working on. I can't make that a priority. Yeah, that one emote is from back when I was streaming exclusively on Twitch, and that has to do with like Pinky's uh, Discord uh, or Pinky's stream. We did a prom. That's where that emote came from. Pandemic prom. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Pandemic prom. Which of course I'm way past prom age for prom, but um we didn't have prom, so I was like, all right, I'll participate. It was fun. It was all good time. And it wasn't exclusive to any age, of course. It was more just because of the pandemic and everything. We didn't call it that, but maybe we should have. Yeah, I don't remember what we did call it exactly, but it wasn't far from that as far as name goes, I don't think. All right, Donler, no worries. Didn't quite match that color. There we go. You want a snack, but it's too late. Is it? What makes it too late for a snack? I wonder. You have to go to bed to attempt to get up to go to the pool? Will it make it hard for you to go to bed? Or is it a time issue? You don't want a belly issue. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that makes sense. What was it? The night between Monday and yeah, the night between Monday and Tuesday. So Monday night, you know, I basically didn't sleep at all that night. Um, I got like a 3 hour nap at like 8 a.m. But yeah, I didn't sleep at all that night. I tried. I started getting sick, feeling nauseous, and I could not sleep. I wish it was because my belly was full. Probably would have helped me sleep that night. But no, it was the opposite. Maybe it was Sunday night. I don't remember. I may have mentioned this already on Monday because it was on Sunday. I can't keep track of things, okay? It's too difficult. Hey, Donley, welcome back. Conley is right. Swimming sounds real nice. It's been ages since I went to the pool or something. We actually have a community pool here, like for our like neighborhood. Um, but um, there's often so many kids there. Uh, this says I go to the YMCA for water acrobatics and aqua jogging. Nice. Aqua jogging is not your favorite? Yeah. I've yet to find an activity with the word jogging in it that is. It's boring. Time to invest in some waterproof earbuds. A lot of them are waterproof now. I wouldn't go swimming with them necessarily, but if all you're doing is like head above water, oh yeah, absolutely. I would totally do that. Your daughter went with you to the gym and got on a new recumbent workout machine. You soon found out how weak your legs are. Okay. Yeah, I went, you know what will really make you feel weak is I went to physical therapy and you know, like I'm a big guy, I'm not going to say like I'm the strongest, but I'm large and so I can lift a good amount. You know, relatively speaking, and they give you the dinky little weight, like a pound or 2 pounds, and I'm like, okay, like okay, whatever. And then they give you this exercise that like targets very specific and small muscles, and I'm just like dying trying to do this thing, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that's annoying. That says, yeah, yes, exactly. And those muscles that we have trouble with that cause us to go there, they target them. Yeah. Only says that's good. Targeted muscles sounds like you went to a solid rehab place. I did. I need to be better at doing the exercises that I should be doing because, uh, that's the issue. When I was going all the time, well, I was really good about doing my exercises. Now that I'm not going anymore and I have to do it on my own, I am not as good about it. Yeah, it sounds like it's good for you, Des. I I will say this, the other day, not the other day, a week ago or something like that, I had trouble. I had a muscle in my ribs, like one of the connecting muscles between the ribs spasm on me and like really mess me up. This is not a new occurrence, unfortunately. Um, uh, like I said, I have chronic back and neck problems from thanks to a drunk driver um, who ran into me. But I went to the chiropractor, and one of the chiropractors was like, "Oh yeah, uh, you probably are a bit dehydrated. Like those muscles tend to be more affected when you're like dehydrated or something, and maybe you also need some electrolytes and stuff." I was like, okay. I mean, I don't think I have a like I don't feel like I'm dehydrated, but all right, fine, whatever. So bought some Gatorades, and I don't know if it's a placebo effect, but that thing went away pretty fast, like a day, and it was gone. It doesn't usually go away that fast, so I don't know. Maybe it was placebo, but yeah. Probably need a workout, buddy. Get dressed in some pastel leg warmers and a sweatband, right? Yeah. Dresden does help me a little bit because, like, I literally go running around the house, chasing him, um, for fun, like for his fun. Like he gets, like he wants to play, so he'll come and try and get me to chase him around the house, which is very cute. Oh, for any cat owners, by the way, this is a little recommendation. Um, I bought this toy recently. It's a wire with like paper or cardboard type of thing on it on the edges. Um, it's real cheap. The it comes undone. I forget what it's called. It's like cat dancer or something like that. That's literally all it is. Is just the wire comes undone, and it's just a wire, and yeah. Oh my God, the cats love this toy. It's so cheap, so easy. They love it. Just don't put Dresden holding a mirror. That's funny. Yeah, little scaredy cat. I have a what's it called? A doctor's visit. I don't remember when, in a week or two. Can't wait to hear back that I'm I'm low in vitamin D again. I just know that's going to be a thing. I've not been good about that, and I do not get out enough. But I also think it's hilarious that I need more D. That toy, 349 on their website, but on Amazon it's sky high. No, I got it for like $3 or $4 on Amazon for like $3 or $4 on Amazon. Can't remember what it's called. What is it called? What's the name of it? Is it Cat Dancer? No, 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 no. Cat Dancer. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I found it on Amazon for like $4. Maybe they sold out. I don't know. Canadian Amazon. Yeah, true. On Lisa says, looking it up, it looks like definitely like something that would wear a cat out. Oh, they love it. They absolutely love it. $29 for the one I showed? Okay, I did not pay $29 for that cat toy, I assure you. But I understand it's Canadian Amazon. Yeah. I have been thinking about getting Dresden a wheel. I don't know if he'll like it or not. Also, I don't know if he'll end up killing himself on it. There's this other toy that Dresden absolutely loves, but we can't play with him anymore with it. Um, there's this toy that it's like it's a it's a stick with a string, and on the end of the string, you can have different things. The one that he loves is this little fuzzy like thing that's like I don't know, like this long. It's like looks kind of like a tail, like it goes from thick to thin, but it's just a string with like fuzz on it, right? We can't let him play with that anymore because he'll eat it and he gets real aggressive about it. Like he will not once he grabs it, he will not let it go. Like I can pick him up, I can pull it out of his mouth. Nothing, nothing. He will not let it go. He wants to eat it so bad. Um, but that's not good for him. So we cannot let him play with that anymore. This he tries to do the similar thing with it, but he can't eat the wire, and the paper will come apart as he you know chews it. So even if he does chew it off, it'll just be like scraps of paper, which is far less bad than the string. Delicious, delicious feathers. Yeah. Okay, I see one thing I need to do for sure. Yeah, Dresden is really dumb about like what he should or shouldn't eat. I think I've mentioned this before. He loves the dryer sheets um, the from out of the dryer. So we have to be careful when we put our clothes away to throw those away. Not let them fall on the ground or anything like that. Uh, he'll just eat paper towels and napkins and anything that's string. Yeah. One of ours likes eating toilet paper, napkins, and paper towels. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he won't go after the rolls though. Like we'll have like a roll, and he won't usually go after it. Um, but yeah, Donnelly says she typed it before you said it, right before you saw it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's funny. Yeah, like my shorts right now, the ones that I'm wearing, they don't have a drawstring thanks to Dresden. Uh, you know. All right. Alrighty. I think the painting's done. Like there might be something I go in and touch up, of course, but with that exception, I think it's done. At the moment, it's done. Like I said, if I come back to it, I'm like, oh, maybe this or a little something here. Like there might be something. Probably will be because like already I'm like, oh, well, what about what? Just let me fix this little thing right here. But yeah, pretty much done. Mostly done. Yeah, I think I'm going to just call this done. Uh, yeah, I mean, I see some things here and there, but I'm like, is it really going to make a difference? Probably not. Okay, one thing maybe. Aw, the star is here. Hi, Tristan. Hi, baby boy. All right, perfect. I'm gonna pick him up and try and get him to be on screen for a little bit, and then I'll be calling it a night. Perfect timing, Dresden. Perfect, perfect timing. Yeah, little boy. All right, I will do face cam, and then I'm gonna hide my OBS so I can see chat, but I can't see OBS. Baby boy. Oh yeah. Oh, thanks for the licks. Oh, that's so gross. Thank you. Hmm. Don't worry, Dresden. There's nothing over there. No. There's nothing over there. That's just my screen. You see, he looks over there and then he gets antsy and wants to get down. Every time now. Don't look, Dresden. Don't look. He's checking out chat to see what we're saying. Yeah. I've never met a cat so curious and at the same time so dumb before. Like he wants to check everything out, and then he does and doesn't understand what it is he's looking at. I don't think you can hear his purring, unfortunately. That says our Hagrid is very clumsy, dumb, and purposely puts himself in harm's way. Yeah. But he's the sweetest little boy. Yeah. Oh. All right. Well, thank you all. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out. I stream 3 times a week. Monday night, Wednesday night, and Sunday evening or afternoon. I guess afternoon. Yeah. Sunday afternoon. I don't know. I consider it afternoon. Anyways. I stream on Twitch and on YouTube for anybody watching this on either and want to go to the other. I don't do raids because I'm simul streaming and that's too difficult. Have a good night. I'm hoping to get a pic of the finished dog painting tomorrow. Okay, Des. Yeah, I look forward to seeing it. Put it in the Discord. I have a Discord for anyone watching. Feel free to join. Yeah, I don't. That's it. I'm tired, man. So everybody, I'm just exhausted. So have a good night. And thanks for hanging out with me. See you later. Oh, before I go, 333 views today on YouTube. That's crazy.